The Flex Zone Podcast, episode 409, all the way live on a Monday night. Only place giving you sports how you want it when you need it. Week 3, we're talking about it. Ravens losing overtime. Commanders had the Magic Man in the building, but they're we're going to recap the week that was. Get those picks for week 4. Check out the facts. And of course, get those goofies of the week with Cravante, as it was a goofy week in the National Football League for some head coaches. The gang's all here, and you are too, Flex Zone family. Make sure you guys hit that subscribe button, hit the like button, hit that bell, vote on that poll, share your thoughts in the comment section, sound off at yours. The only place giving you sports how you want it when you need it. Flex Zone Podcast, right here.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Flex Zone Podcast.
More energy and excitement than Taylor Swift at a Kansas City Chiefs game. It's the Flex Zone Podcast, fellas. Only place giving you sports how you want it.
When you need it.
That's right, Cravante. We know you love the Swifty energy at Arrowhead watching the Tribal Chief. Episode 409, keeping it all the way live. Football, and more football. Ravens, Commanders had tough weekends. Recapping week 3, looking ahead to week 4, giving out game ball and not so game balls, getting those picks in. And of course, we are talking about those goofies with Cravante as well. You guys know what to do. Hit that subscribe button, hit that like button, hit that bell. Rod is going to tell you all about it. The social media producer, the meat man, he braved the weather yesterday for that game. And he was eating no bread, no water, just meat after the game. Raj, how you feeling, bro?
Finish him, Daddy. Finish him, Daddy.
I wish the Ravens would have finished the goddamn game yesterday. But other than that, Daddy's been feeling pretty good, man. It's been a pretty good weekend. Art Skate was Friday, and only Friday because of the rain this weekend and the supposed hurricane. But yeah, man, it's been pretty good. Been pretty good so far. But we'll get back into this Ravens game again. I got more things on them today. Still pissed off. You can put that graphic up real quick for the good people, man. It's good for the good people, Byron.
I got you.
There you go. Still an angry Raven fan. Yes, I am. Yes, I wish the belt would have went to all the teammates out there, especially John Harbaugh with his goofiness. But we'll get to that a little bit later.
This next man is the voice of reason, the captain of the goofy ship, the commander, Lorian himself. The Magic Man was in the building. Rod, you can go ahead and give him that smile before I take you off screen. But there was no magic for his commander.
Those haters can't stand us. Left hand up. Commanders. We fight for RDC. Who are we? The Commanders.
Cravante, baby.
Hey, Byron, can you run that? That beating audio one more
Yes, that
time?
was the sound of the night. There will be a lot of belt sounds because there's a lot of ass whoopings, in the words of my good brother Dre.
Because we got our ass handed to us, bro. Oh my God, you're so ugly, bro. Week 3 is so ugly. Yeah, I can't wait to get into it, but happy to be here. Another Monday night, my brothers. Let's get this mess started.
This next man is the Flex Zone Messiah, the Flex Zone's Tribal Chief, the super producer, Mr. 25-8, more meaner than a vaccine, pride of the East Side, savior of misbehavior, my brother, who comes in like a hurricane, dropping that knowledge, Mr. Balso Hall University, the Dean of Morgan State University, Mr. Morgan himself, my boy, my brother, the man who's always in the green. It's your boy, your man, you love him, Drizzy Dre.
Hey, what's good, family? What's good, America? Appreciate everybody for tuning in as always, man. And it's been a long weekend, to say, but it's always good to be amongst your brothers.
Yes. Before we get into all the week that was, the goofiness, the ass whoopings as we are talking about, we got to do a quick moment of silence. We lost somebody who, part of the Morgan State family, part of the Flex Zone family this past weekend, unfortunately. Blake Bozeman, son of Coach Todd Bozeman of Morgan State University. Blake, former basketball player, been on the Flex Zone, real estate entrepreneur, father, husband, was unfortunately a victim of gun violence this past weekend in the DC area and unfortunately did lose his life. We just wanted to send our condolences and love to his family, his loved ones, his friends, and a quick moment of silence here on the Flex Zone and drop those prayer hand emojis in the chat for Blake and his family. We're going to do a quick moment of silence and the fellas will give a little input on Blake. As I mentioned, he's part of this family and just of how great a person he was. We're going to do a quick moment of silence here on the Flex Zone. May Blake rest in peace. Dre, I know you had dropped the information in the group chat with us, brother. You knew Blake probably as well as anybody on this panel. Uh, just just not news you want to see, especially on a Sunday morning, brother. You were in church, you said.
Yeah, one of the things I do is do sound for churches, and I was at service when I heard the news, and it completely, just throws you off. It's something you never want to hear, especially because this was like you said, he's part of the Flexon family. I mean, he was very instrumental in helping not only himself but his dad. When we were doing our early days recording at Morgan, having them both on the show at the same time, and that was one of the best shows I think that we did thus far. Um, a good guy, good father, good basketball player, and it's just unfortunate that he was killed in just a senseless act. Um, you know, so it's very still shocking, and then it's also a very sad day um, when when these things occur. So just tell your peoples that you love them, not only family but friends. Your friends, your brothers. Just tell people that you love them and you appreciate them, because you just never know. Um, yeah, it's just literally. I just talked to Blake like a month ago, so you literally, honestly, just never know when this is going to be it for somebody.
Cravante, want to share your thoughts real quick, brother?
Um, very, very, very sad news. It's always, it hurts when you lose a brother from the great Morgan State University, man. Um, we hear from time to time. We used to get emails all the time, Dre and Raj. We used to get emails all the time when somebody close, somebody who either worked or matriculated or just an older alumni passed away. It's always sad. But this way, the way that uh Blake went is gun violence. Like, yo, like he's not even that type of guy. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's just beyond unfortunate. And again, son, father, husband. I think he had 3 kids, if I'm not mistaken, Dre. Um, so it just sucks. And young guy, I didn't even know he was he was as young as he was, but nonetheless, it sucks, man. But he was a staple in the Morgan community and the Morgan State basketball team, and hell of a ball player, but hell of a guy. Like Dre said, when him and his pops came on, it was like Morgan royalty, coming on the flex zone. That was our early days in the in this podcast show, radio show having um radio side of the game. And it was him, because we all know, Pops, a little outdated. So he was very instrumental in making that happen for us. And we are very thankful and appreciative of him. So he's forever family. And, it always hurts when we lose a family member, no matter how. But it just seemed so sudden. He had so much life to live. And it's just really unfortunate that that he's resting. He's resting in peace now.
Raj, any final thoughts before we get into the show?
Uh, I just be honest with you. I just can't. I've never really been a gun person per se at all. Not really pristine on them. So when I hear people losing their life over gun violence, just makes me cringe, man. And to see this brother who has a good background and a great father who raised him, lose his life to senseless violence, something that he probably wasn't even involved in, just come his way. It's just awful, man. It's definitely awful. And my heart goes out to his family. And it's just sad, man. It's just really sad. I'm tired of hearing about gun violence, honestly.
Yes, love to his family, love to the friends, and just like Dre said, tell everybody you love them, close ones, your friends, family. Never know when your time's going to come. You got to make every moment of the life given. So once again, we want to send our condolences to the Bozeman family and try to remember Blake the best we can for all the great work he did
Uh,
on the court and off the court as well.
let me add this too, Byron.
Go ahead, Dre.
Sometimes the term out there, gets like, dumb jock, gets put out there about like our athletes. But I mean, Blake, honestly speaking, one of the smartest guys you would ever know. I had my profile pictures, my master's, when I graduated from Morgan with my master's, and you'll see me, Blake, my boy Julian, and Will up there. And Blake was always like prepared in class. Even when he was playing basketball, that was his final year playing basketball at Morgan, and he was always coming to class prepared. Um, just a highly intelligent brother, always just a step ahead. Um, Easy, like I said, easy guy to talk to, and he's definitely missed, man.
Thank you for Dre for that, putting a ribbon on that gift there. Definitely well educated brother, bachelor's and master's degree. So we don't want to forget that. From one sad topic to the sad sports world this week in the Baltimore and DC areas, both of our teams unfortunately were losers. Raj, I'm gonna start with you, brother. You were at the game yesterday. For those who don't know, we did the post game show yesterday, which you can check out every Sunday, where we recap not only the Ravens but every game on the slate. Raj, how you feeling, man? Ravens fall to 2-1, losing overtime to the Colts. Miscues. Pretty much pulled defeat from the jaws of victory.
I feel the same way I felt yesterday. I feel disgusted. This team, maybe this team is just not what I think it is. Um, and it's not, all the coaching's fault. It's not all the referees' fault either. I heard a lot of people today talk about, Harbaugh and his time management, his clock management, yada yada yada. We've heard this plenty of times. And yes, his clock management is terrible, and his decision making can be terrible as well. Or the referees missed this call. Oh my God, Zay Flowers was held. This, that, the third. I'm like, yeah, they missed the call. We've seen that before plenty of times as well. It's just to a point, man, where it's like, what is this team? Honestly, like, what is this team? Like, I went to the game expecting, the Ravens to be competitive, go out there, handle their business. Even with all the injuries that they've had so far, that they're going to go out there, they're going to execute the game plan against the Colts because the Colts are missing a lot of pieces as well. But that's not exactly what we got. and after that first drive, I just sat there, and I honestly just shook my head most of the game. You can ask anybody that sat next to me. I was just literally just like, what the hell is this? Like, why did we bring Todd Monken in if we're going to run Lamar Jackson about 15 to 16 times per game? Like, I don't understand that. I don't get it. Like the week prior, he looked like an actual real quarterback. Like he was reading the defense. The progressions were there. He was making adjustments. He did everything that I would like. I wanted to see him do these past 5 years, and it feels like he just regressed the whole game through. After the first quarter, it was like we went back to 2018 Lamar Jackson. Not even 2019, but 2018 Lamar Jackson. And I'm just dumbfounded. I really am. And let's not forget the injury part of it. I'm not sure what's going on with this organization or who has a voodoo doll where everybody, they just poke it a couple times, you know, a certain person goes down, oh my ankle, oh my leg, oh I got a cramp, oh I got a concussion. I mean, it's just like, yo, when is this nonsense going to end, man? Like, can we like finish the game with nobody getting hurt? Like, seriously? I mean, Tyler Wallace got hurt, and I don't even see Tyler Wallace on the field most of the time. Like, and he's going, I think he's hurt, and I think he's gone for a good period of the season. So I'm like, what is this? And then Gus was doing this thing. He had 51 yards. He was carrying the ball, had 5 yards per carry, and all of a sudden he's out the game with a concussion. It's just like, I don't understand it. And then Lamar Jackson, another thing that I don't like is like, who is your go-to guy? Is it supposed to be Andrews? Where was Andrews at most of this game? I mean, he's supposed to be your safety blanket, and you're not even giving him the ball. I I don't understand that either. It's just like this team. I have a lot of questions for this team, man. I really do. Like, I thought they figured it out. I thought they were going in a direction that I want them to go in. And all of a sudden this week, it's just like total opposite. Oh, we forgot how to play offense. Let's run the ball with Lamar Jackson up the middle. Yeah, I mean, I, I, it's frustrating. It really is. Now, the only positive things that I did see out there was, yes, we did lose both of our outside linebackers. Oway last week, Ajabo this week. But Kyle Hamilton, man, Kyle Hamilton played his ass off. Blitzed the hell out of the quarterback. Got 3 sacks. Was getting pressure damn near the whole game. Was in Gardner Minshew's face. Giving him the blues. He played well. Brandon Stevens, who I give hell on this panel most of the time, because he lets people catch the ball on him a lot. He played his ass off as well. He played extremely well. And I'm starting to really like this brother. Like, he's finally starting to click a little bit for him. Ronald Darby had another solid game. I mean, both of the middle linebackers played well. I mean, Otto Queen missed a crucial tackle. Other than that, he played well. The defense held these guys to 19 points, and that's even including in overtime. You can't ask more for your defense, but to hold them down and to give you a chance to win. The offense just couldn't get it together, man. And I can't blame none of this on Justin Tucker. I understand he missed a 61-yard field goal, but it was literally like sprinkling rain out there. Like, I don't expect this brother to hit every freaking field goal imaginable, especially from 61 yards. I mean, the other kicker, Matt Gay, now, he didn't have to hit a 61-yarder. He had a lot of 50-yard field goals, and he looked pretty good out there. So, like, I'm not gonna say anything bad about him. But the Colts, man, I'm not gonna say that they're a terrible team. They're not a terrible team. They don't. They just played mistake-free football. Gardner Minshew went in there and did exactly what he's supposed to do. Hand the ball off to your running back. Make the plays you're supposed to make. Do not turn the ball over. And that's exactly what the Ravens did most of this game. They turned the ball over, had crucial fumbles. Lamar Jackson fumbles yet again. I don't understand why he's holding the ball like a loaf of bread. I don't get it. I really don't. But it's just like every time we take two steps forward to being that team that can compete, to get to the playoffs and compete for a Super Bowl, we take two steps back. And to be honest with you, I thought they took a lot of steps back on yesterday's game. A lot of steps back. And these injuries do not make it any better, especially with this murderous row schedule that's coming up. Cleveland, Pittsburgh, Tennessee, all tough teams, all tough defenses. What are they going to do going forward? That it remains to be seen. Who's going to be available, for practice this week? Is Odell going to show up? Or is he going to get Kim Kardashian to practice for him? I mean, I don't know what's going to happen, man. I don't. But I'm trying to hold it together because it's only week 3, but it's a long season, and I understand a lot of these guys will come back. But as of right now, as of today, it's very scary, man. After what I saw yesterday, if they're going to continue to play like that on offense, it's going to be a long season. So those are my thoughts. I got them fully fleshed out today. I was extremely pissed off yesterday, but today I had to do some thinking on it. It's still early. It's still early. They can still change some things, but we cannot run the ball 15, 16, 17 times per game with Lamar Jackson. We all know what that leads to. We've seen it the last 2 years. He gets banged up during the season, then all of a sudden he gets this, all of a sudden he gets hit one time and then he's out for the rest of the season. We don't need that. I'd rather this brother stay in the pocket, find the weapons that we brought to this team to give to and keep him healthy as possible and let him grow as a quarterback. There's no reason why we brought in Odell, Zay, had Bateman and Andrews on the team for them not to get the ball like that. I don't like that. I don't want to see Bateman have one catch, Andrews have 3 catches. No, we brought you in for a reason. And also, like I said, there's no more excuses for Lamar Jackson. I'm not going to sit here and make excuses for him. He wanted that big contract. He huffed and puffed. He got what he wanted. Now you got to show some results, man. You got to show some results. Be more protective with the football. Make better decisions. Like I said, it's not all your fault though. But still, you are the quarterback of this team. You are the leader of this team. Got to play better, especially in crucial moments.
Man,
Dre?
Raj, I think you gave really, really good points in your, soliloquy. But some of that stuff that went on yesterday, Lamar, when he was in the pocket, he was just missing some crucial throws, man. It was like the ball was being thrown behind receivers, or just overthrowing folks. Um, Andrews, it was just kind of no hope for Andrews to kind of get the ball. They were just kind of locking down that middle of the field. And Zay Flowers, it was kind of like after a while, we were kind of forced. It seemed like we were trying to force the ball to Zay Flowers when, and that's not to say that he is deserving of the ball, but I think that the offense needs to spread around more. But yeah, Zay Flowers is probably the guy to get the ball because Bateman, I just haven't seen enough for Bateman to step up. Odell is hurt. And then our running backs are just depleted right now. We cannot seem to run the football at all outside of Lamar Jackson and Melvin Gordon. Those are like the only 2 guys it seems like we have that can run the ball because Gus Edwards is out, J.K. Dobbins is out. So it's just like we just keep getting these guys hurt offensively. I do, like you said, defensively. Gotta still give the Ravens credit because what was that? 5 field goals of 50 plus yards, or was it four?
It was
But
four. I think it was four field goals, 50 plus yards.
I mean, hats off to the Colts. You know, for they put points on the board, yes, but I mean our defense to hold them to just nothing but field goals every time should tell you that hey, the defense, even with their depletion, they're doing their part. But like you said, offensively, we just have to step up. Lamar, I don't know what he's been doing, man, these past couple weeks. Um, Fumbling the ball, not making the right throws at the right time. I think everybody was just honestly thrown off in week three because you just see teams that had no business losing at all losing. Um, but I do think that Raj, what you did say was crucial. Though. I mean, yes, it's week three, and we've seen some teams, like the Ravens and the Cowboys, go down. But at the same time, though, even though they went down, you it's still telling because championship teams don't do that this early in the season. And the offense should start being in a rhythm where you're seeing some turnaround. And even though it was a raining game, like you said, Lamar shouldn't be running the rock that many times. If anything, that's when feed it to Melvin Gordon more. Yes, you want Lamar to get a couple of touches, but um, that just shouldn't be the case where it's just like a rainy game and you're sitting over here depending on Lamar too so much that it was almost to the point of what's the point of having the new offensive coordinator? What's the point of getting these weapons if you're not going to be able to really utilize them in the passing game the way that you should be? So they have a lot to look into. They got some crucial games, like you said, two divisional games back to back on the road. The Ravens won't be back at home until basically the end of October. You play Cleveland, you play the Steelers, and then you play the Titans in London. So this was a crucial win because it was a conference win. It would have been a conference win, and then these next two games they're really crucial because these are divisional games. So you need every win as much as possible right now until everybody can come back healthy. So right now the Baltimore Ravens, hopefully we'll just chalk it up to it was just a weird week three in football, and everybody can just start getting their stuff together. But and hopefully this was a kick in the behind for this team because it seemed like they downplayed to the Colts, especially because they lost their starting quarterback. But even though he was a rookie and that you don't expect much out of the Colts still have a pretty good roster. They just need some time to get it together. But the Ravens, that's just something that we've always done. We just play down to the competition, and we have to really legitimately stop doing that because, as you saw yesterday, um, even with the no call on Zay Flowers, we Ravens they would say we should have been in that position in the first place because there's no excuse for it coming down to the referees deciding what it should be. It shouldn't be us upset that Justin Tucker missed a field goal by literally just a few yards, um, in those conditions. We have to not just put ourselves in position because when you start doing that and you depend on the refs to make the calls, then you're honestly at that point you lost the football game because you need to do what you need. You need to handle your business so that way it doesn't come down to a missed call. So the Ravens just have to really um, do better and really handle their business with these next couple weeks because these next couple weeks could determine whether or not only will they win their division, but will they even make it as far as just the AFC Championship game, which is what we're trying to do because we're supposed to be right up there with the Kansas Cities of the world. And when if you see what Miami just did, this team is in a world of trouble right now unless they get it together.
Carvante, you got any thoughts before we travel down 95, brother?
Um, I chalk it up to, remember, guys. I go back to the things I was saying at the beginning of the year. I'm skeptical of year ones at prominent positions. Offensive coordinator being year one and a prominent position for the Ravens is going to take time for the offense to click. Now, injuries, it unfortunately seeing that the Ravens are getting hit with the injury bug again. And those are unforeseen things, and those are kind of things we kind of just run with we kind of just roll with the punches. So year one, I was not expecting it to click right now so soon. I give it to about week 7, week 8, and the Ravens should be rolling. Now, unfortunately, the gauntlet starts now. And the offense doesn't look good. It looks out of sync. And Lamar Jackson is running too much. Like, as Raj said, has not finished the season the past 2 years. And when you run your quarterback, I mean, hell, the Colts, their rookie is not playing right now because he got hurt in his first 2 games. He didn't finish neither one of the games he played. He didn't finish none of them, and he's a rookie. He's only played in 2 games, and Lamar Jackson is building up the reputation that, hey, can he finish the season? Can he stay healthy? And the formula for him running the ball that much is going to be a recipe for disaster. The Ravens need Lamar Jackson to remain healthy. Otherwise, the Ravens are not a contender. Um, Also, week 3 was ugly, y'all. Week 3 was just ugly. Hopefully, that we could just chalk it up to, hey, year one's still working out the kinks. You really don't start judging the team until 4 weeks, a month into the season to really like, hey, this is where we are. And the weather was nasty, especially for the whole northeastern part of the country. So I just put this in your review. Let's keep moving forward. Cause trust me, I'm trying to do the same thing.
Perfect segue there, Cravante. As we drive down 95 South to Landover, the Bills came through and they stampeded the Commanders 37-3. Speaking of field goals, Cravante, you know that one. A
Yeah.
little insider there for us betters, but 37-3, Cravante. Sam Howell looked un-Sam Howell-esque, doing
Mhm.
things he doesn't usually do. Offense couldn't get going. Looks like Antonio Gibson got fumbleitis every week. Brian Robinson couldn't get going. The defense couldn't stop the Bills from doing anything. They ran up and down the field on them. They threw the ball. It was just pretty much there. Cravante, the floor is yours, brother. Week 3, Commanders lose at home.
Yo. Um. Yeah. That audio it tells the tale. Um. We did not get off the bus, and it's unfortunate because this was Alumni Day at, for the for this Washington Commanders team, and we thoroughly got embarrassed on Alumni Sunday. I mean, Champ Bailey was in the house. You know what I'm saying? When last time we seen Champ? You know what I'm saying? Of course, Fred Smooth, Santana Moss, all the guys was there, and that was a terrible performance. Again, just like I said for the Ravens, year ones, our offensive coordinator Eric Bieniemy, year one, our quarterback. Yeah, technically he's not a rookie, but he's kind of a rookie. So this is his first year in the offense. So again, I would say again, let's give it another week to see what we really about. But what my takeaway from this game is we're not there yet. you know, the Buffalo Bills is still a team that's, excuse me, contending for a Super Bowl. They're in the upper echelon of the NFL, and we are not. That's just what it was. Sam Howell came crashing back down to earth. There's nowhere in hell you gonna win any game throwing four picks, and we had 5 turnovers total. We would have lost to anybody. Right? If I'm being truthfully honest, we would have lost to anybody. Anybody who would have played us yesterday with that performance, they would have beat us. And that's from the Chiefs all the way down to the Cardinals. We would have lost. Um, because you just don't beat NFL caliber teams with 5 turnovers unless they got 6 turnovers. You know what I'm saying? Um, and we don't have that type of offense where we can we're explosive and we get back into a game quickly. We're not the Miami Dolphins. This is not us. Again, year one, Airbnb, Sam Howell. Still trying to figure these things out. It's a huge gap. It's a huge gap between that top 25% of the league, which is is legit only 7, 8 teams that's really legitly like contending for a championship, which is about 25%. We're not there. We're not even close. We've been playing well all the way up until that game, but still not close. The defense did all they could through 3 quarters. Did all they could. I mean, 16 points all the way up until the fourth quarter where they just exploded for 21. Um, it's just got whooped. We lost on every facet of the game: offense, defense, special teams, and coaching. It was not a good day. And again, messy week 3. And I'll just I'll just leave it at that.
I wanted to go over the schedules real quick for the Commanders and Ravens over the next couple of weeks because it will be interesting to see how they do over the next month or so. We got Commanders. You guys have the Eagles this coming week.
Ain't fun.
Bears. Y'all should win that.
Hopefully.
Falcons.
Ooh, that should be fun. That should be a fun one to watch.
Giants. Winnable game.
Oh,
Eagles again, and then the Patriots. That basically takes us up to Thanksgiving.
yeah, that's crazy. We got the Eagles twice in 1 month. We started the Eagles in October, and we our first game of October and our last game of October. For the Eagles.
And the Ravens. Go ahead, Cravante. Go ahead.
We got the Bears.
Falcons, Bears in there. Giants, Patriots as well.
Ugh.
And the Seahawks, I think, after that, a little bit down the line as well.
I break even. I just want to find a way to break even. If we could split with the Eagles, I'm cool with a split with the Eagles. The Giants the Giants have been sweeping us the past few years. And I think it's time for some get back. Well, now last year it was 0-1-1 because we did tie. But prior to that, they've been sweeping us. We just can't beat the Giants for whatever reason. I think that can change this year. The Bears. Let me say it right now. I think the Bears are the worst team in the league. I think the Bears are the worst team. I thought it was the Cardinals. It's not. And we'll get into them, but it's not the Cardinals. It's just not. I think it's the Chicago Bears. I think they are the worst team in football right now. So that's again Giants Bears. If we can split with the Eagles, I'm cool with I'm cool with everything else that happens moving forward. And what's that? That would be 3, 5. What would be 5, 4, something like that.
Yeah,
something like that. I'll take it. I'll gladly take it.
And the Ravens have the Browns on the road, Steelers on the road, Titans in London. We know what happened last time we went to London. I won't talk about it. I was there. Lions when you return home. Rod, you'll be in Arizona for the Cardinals game, but then Seahawks, Browns,
Ooh.
Bengals, Chargers, Rams, Jaguars, 49ers, Dolphins, Steelers to end the year for the Ravens. Good God.
Yeah, I'll be at the Seahawks, I'll be at the Browns, and I'll be at the Bengals.
And you'll be in Arizona.
I'll be in Arizona. And
Oh,
they're no pushovers either.
Nope.
No.
Hollywood might go for 200 on us.
I wouldn't be surprised.
Oh man, I just wanted to run that past you guys.
That's a rough schedule.
I didn't realize how tough the schedule was till I just read it, and it's tougher than even I thought. And I think Cleveland, what did I put in the chat today? Only given up one touchdown, like in the last couple of weeks, last 2 weeks, 3 weeks since the season started. It's
Yeah.
crazy, man. Matter of fact, I'll read it to you. Cleveland has only given up one touchdown, only 491 yards, 0 plays inside the 10. First, fewest yards allowed through 3 games since the 1999 Buccaneers. And Miles Garrett had 3.5 sacks yesterday, by the way.
God damn. He put his stamp in for defensive player of the year. He's
I,
definitely gonna push for it.
I wouldn't mind seeing him get it. If we're going to get some new blood up in there, I wouldn't mind seeing him get it. Even though that would mean the Cleveland's probably winning the division.
It would be well deserved on his end too, though, for real.
Yep. And Deshaun Watson looks like he's starting to figure it out a little bit. Just saying. Let's go around the league and we're going to touch on those teams that we talked about briefly, real quick. Thursday, we had the 49ers. I know the real Chief is in here. Beat the Giants. No surprise there. We all expected that. Cavante, I know you love to see the Giants lose. What was that score? It was 30-12. We had as I mentioned, Colts beat the Ravens 22-19 in overtime. Browns beat the Titans 27-3. Eagles won tonight 25-11 over the Buccaneers. Patriots beat the Jets yet again for the 15th straight time, 15-10. Anybody wanna hop in? I know Rod, you slid the Jets yesterday. And anybody got any thoughts on that real quick before we move on? And they're sticking with Zach Wilson apparently.
Well, what are you gonna do? If you're in a Jets position, I think it's almost pointless to go out and try to retrieve a quarterback because there's no quarterback that's out there right now that's of a Super Bowl caliber quarterback. There's nobody. So why waste a draft pick? Why waste money? If anything, you go down with the ship. Who's their third? Do they have 3 quarterbacks on the roster?
Oh, I think they have 3 quarterbacks, but they don't have any money, so it doesn't matter. They can't go out there and get anybody. Nobody wants to come there. Matt Ryan has turned them down. Tom Brady has turned them down. I don't even think Joe Flacco's even going to go over there. So at this point, they're stuck with Zach Wilson. He's going to be their quarterback.
Tim Boyle is the backup.
Okay, he is who they drafted, by the way. So they're stuck with him until his contract runs out. So do I feel sorry for the New York Jets?
They might want to see if they can get Mike White back or something in the trade.
Mike White is playing for the Dolphins.
Yeah, he threw a touchdown yesterday, Dre. Mike White was part of the touchdown party.
I know, but I'm just saying, like, God damn, like,
Nah, bro. This year you lost Aaron Rodgers in a very ugly way. This season's gonna be ugly. There's nothing you can do to save this season. There's no competent quarterbacks out there. Well, one that want to come, and 2 that you can afford. So it's gonna be ugly for the Jets. Yeah, at least they could look forward to possibly getting Aaron Rodgers back healthy and having a relatively high draft pick.
They can't get they can't get Cam on a minimum. Like, I'm like, geez.
Cam, no.
Not helping.
He's too busy doing his podcast now. He ain't worried about football no more.
And smoking cigars and wearing hats.
Yes, sir, smoking cigars and wearing hats.
He does.
But
he has a cigar lounge in Atlanta. So
if I'm the New York Jets, what I'm doing is this. I'm gonna tank the right way this time. I'm not going to tank. If you're gonna lose every game at this point, lose every game to get Caleb Williams.
What you trying to tell him to get Caleb Williams?
Do whatever you need to do to secure that you're going to get Caleb Williams. Do not win games.
No.
Tank the season. Go 1 and what was 1-16?
No. There's no way they're gonna let Caleb Williams as a backup quarterback to Aaron Rodgers. No.
Yes, it is. Yes, it is.
First of all, you want a shit show, Rod. That's what you want. You want a shit show in New York. That's what you want. Because listen, if the Jets have the number 1 overall pick, Caleb Williams stay in the USC, yo. Caleb Williams doing another year. He said, "Run it back one more time," because I ain't doing it. We already know the New York Jets is a terribly ran organization.
They USC killers too, by the way. Mark Sanchez. Who was the quarterback?
Sam Darnold.
Sam Darnold.
Sam Darnold. Yeah, you
Oh,
don't
you
want
talking
to go
about
to
the
New York.
You talking about the ghost seer?
Yeah,
Yes, the
you
ghost
don't want,
seer.
bro.
Scooby Doo can't even help him find ghosts. So
Yo,
yeah,
you don't want to go to New York, yo. If the Jets just listen, the Jets don't have to tank. They're not good. They're gonna lose normally. You know, they may not. They're probably not even gonna get the 4 or 5 wins.
Not with
Man.
Dak Wilson at quarterback.
And nobody
And
ain't
they
that.
welcome in the Chiefs. The Chiefs a Sunday night game, by the way. They welcome in the Chiefs, by the way. So yeah, there's that.
Wait a minute. Can they
Got a full
actually
schedule.
not have? Can they switch that game
no,
because
they
that's not
can't.
a Sunday night game?
They
No,
can't. They
not
That
can't
this
game
early in
was
the
switch it.
season, Dre.
on Sunday night.
Not no flexing. I think
Listen,
until after
bro,
week 8, Dre.
they had this in mind that Aaron Rodgers will be playing. No, we can't switch it.
Yeah, but there will be some flexing a little later. Speaking of flexing,
I think you will see Aaron Rodgers at the game though. I think he will be there.
Oh, that's
yeah,
nice that he'll be there kissing babies and stuff. But
he went to Kobe's. He went to Kobe's doctor for his Achilles, by the way.
Oh, okay.
We talked about the Bills blowing out the Commanders 37-3. Lions bounced back 20-6 over the Falcons. Throw up your hearts, baby. Jordan Love, the Packers win again.
hey,
18-17.
he looking good.
I can never get that heart thing. There you go.
Yeah,
There you go. There it is.
Derek Carr did go down with a shoulder injury, but looks like it's going to be a minimal injury, so he'll only miss a few weeks. So Seamus Jameis time in New Orleans, baby.
Matter of fact, that was an awful way to lose that game if you're the New Orleans Saints. You was beating them 17-0 going into the fourth quarter, and then all of a sudden, my man Mr. Love, who showed me a lot of love in fantasy. There you go, Cavante. Showed me a lot of love in fantasy, baby. Helped them come back and win that game 18-17. Shout out to Green Bay, although they lost the week prior to the Falcons, almost the same exact way.
almost the same way, yeah.
But it happens, man. This is what happens in sports sometimes. So it is what it is. But shout out to the Green Bay Packers yet again.
I am thoroughly surprised that the Saints really gave that up because I don't believe Christian Watson play?
I don't think he's played all season. Has he played all season?
And Aaron Jones didn't play.
Right.
No, Aaron Jones did not play.
Their top corner, Jair Alexander, I don't think he played. Like the Packers was not supposed to win this game, and the Saints defense is above average. So for them to give up a 17-0 lead is crazy, even though Derek Carr got hurt. Like the defense, you're just supposed to protect the lead. Because what was Jordan Love supposed to do?
He was supposed to be. He's supposed to be Jordan Hate, but he said, "Screw that! I'm Love, not hate. I love." So he loved getting that victory yesterday.
That was tough. That was tough, man. What a way to lose, man. What a way to lose.
Real quick, before we get to the ass whoopings, I want to get to this game real quick, Cravante. 37-17. Cravante, it was a good weekend for you, the Ohio State Buckeyes, and another Ohio State Buckeye, C.J. Stroud, looking like he's starting to find his groove. And guess what, Cravante? I just did a little digging. Guess who is in the top 5 in passing in the NFL, yard-wise?
Oh, C.J. Stroud.
C.J. Stroud, number 4. Looking like he's figuring it out. And you know what happened during the second half of that Ravens game? He started to put it together, and it looks like he's stacking them. And they beat our boy Tony Khan and his Jaguars Sunday.
Man, what a win. What a first win for him and D'Amico Ryan.
Tutu Atwell, wide receiver, looking like a fine rookie. Will Anderson, another sack, I believe, in the game. Had a blocked field goal or something. They're doing it.
Yes, they did block a field goal. And, when you get your field goal blocked, it's like, dang, things aren't going well. Because all you got to do, Raj, all you got to do, block down. All you got to do is block down, yo.
Yep.
So C.J. Stroud has, statistically, he's looked pretty good. And he doesn't have any turnovers, do he?
I don't think he's had any since the Ravens game.
Okay. He's been doing a pretty good job at
4 touchdowns, no interceptions, 906 yards.
Yeah, well, he had a fumble in the Ravens game. That was
And
a turnover.
okay, so he's doing a good job of keeping the ball out of harm's way as far as not throwing any picks. And for a young guy, that's not easy to do. His statistically, he's been really, really, really good. He's been pretty solid in all of his games, and it was good to really see him break through against a divisional opponent, who should be dominating the division, and they, at least this past Sunday, did not. So shout out to CJ Stroud. And shout out to D'Amico Ryan for their first win. And looks like CJ Stroud is the front runner for the rookie quarterbacks right now, because Bryce Young, lo and behold, he got hurt.
Well,
What who did not see that coming?
well, Harbaugh
Yep.
Harbaugh did say that that's gonna be a good football team. You just wait and see. So he was right. CJ Stroud look like it looks like he's on a up and up right now, which is a good thing. And I want to see what he does further with this Houston Texans team. That's a good young organization. Finally, they got the right coach there. A young coach, D'Amico Ryan's defensive mind. So I know that defense is going to be pretty good for years to come. And they just got a lot of promise. So we'll see what happens.
Let's get through some of these games before we get to the main ones I want to talk about. Chargers beat the Vikings 28-24. Seahawks beat the Panthers 37-27. It was happy days again. Richie Cunningham, my boy, started for Bryce Young. Um, Steelers beat the Raiders on Sunday night 23-18. Let's work our way back. Let's start low and go even lower because we're going to go from worst to worst, I guess. I don't know if it's worser,
Oh, is it worse,
but
sir?
Chiefs, Bears, Taylor Swift in the house. Chiefs 41, Bears 10. Justin Fields struggling, calling out the coaches. Bears have lost 13 in a row. They host another winless team this week we'll get to. Um, I mean, the Chiefs are the Chiefs. There's not really much to say there. But the Bears, man, are they really this bad?
They're done. The Bears are done. I think it. I hate to say this. I think it might be time to get rid of Justin Fields. He might need to look for another location to play football because I just don't think this organization is behind him fully. They don't really believe in him, especially after you call out the coaches the way you did. You ain't supposed to do that. So that's already a bad look for him. It's just going to get worse from here on. The coach will get fired eventually. Probably the offensive coordinator will too. I think the defensive coordinator already left, I believe, if I'm not mistaken.
Yo, he got out
So,
of there, bro. Oh
so
my god,
the
bro,
house,
you
the house,
resigned, bro.
the house will be cleaned probably after these next couple games. Um, and it's just gonna be a shit show. So they'll be probably looking for a quarterback this coming draft. Probably Caleb Williams, who knows? But yeah, man, it's a wrap for the Bears. It's done. It's done.
Stay in USC, Caleb Williams. Don't go to Chicago. Please. Please don't.
Bro, that's the thing about being the number one overall pick. 9 times out of 10, the team is bad. So, and you being the best quarterback in college football, you typically go to the worst team in the pros. What we thought was the Cardinals at first, scratch that. It's the Bears. Um, I agree with Raj 100%. Yes, that they're that bad. They are really, really, really bad. Number one, um, I think Justin Fields absolutely needs a offensive head coach. Because he looks stagnant. He looks he doesn't look comfortable. He's running a lot. Again, he's running a lot. That leads to um he doesn't look settled. Like, who is honing in on his talent? Who's prepping him? Who is working with him on his game? It doesn't look like anybody, unfortunately. Offensive line is not great. DJ Moore is looking kind of mid. It it looks like a shit show in Chi-Town. I hate to say it. And I agree with Raj. I think it's time to clean house. I mean, everybody. The GM and head coach didn't draft Justin Fields, so they really don't care. But they got to go. Like, when are they gonna win a game?
They're not.
Like
And they're not.
I'll go over that schedule in a second. Just let me know when you're ready.
it's bad. But Justin Fields, he needs to change the scenery, just like Trey Lance needs to change the scenery because this relationship is not working out, and that's okay. But Matt Eberflus, what are you doing?
Bears have Broncos, battle of the winless teams, which we'll talk about.
Maybe there they might.
Crevante's
I don't think they're
Commanders.
gonna beat. I
That
don't
that
think they're
Uh,
gonna.
game's on that game's
they
on
ain't win.
Thursday night. Ugh. With the Commanders, Cravante on Prime. Vikings,
No,
Raiders, Chargers, Saints, Panthers, Lions, Vikings again. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know.
If
Maybe
anything,
one
they
of
might
them.
win at least one of those games, one or two.
they might
Other
get
than
the
that,
depending on they might Panthers depending on who. But
Let's get to but the next one I want to get to real quick. Cardinals beat the Cowboys, and Cravante, like you always say, Cowboys let you down when you need them the most. 28-16.
they came a little early this year. Usually this around Thanksgiving when they start. Thanksgiving leading into December is usually when the Cowboys cowboy, but it was all good about a week ago. Week ago. This they was talking about the Cowboys is arguably the best team in the NFL. Top tier defense, offense moving the ball. They come in and lose the who folks came into the league. I mean, who came into this year thinking the Cardinals was the worst team in the league. Me being one of them, and they got smacked. They got smacked. Like the Cardinals beat them up and down the field from the beginning to the end, like in almost dare I say dominating fashion.
Hmm.
Like goddamn, I ain't know Trayvon Diggs meant this much to this goddamn team. Jeez, my gosh, like so much so that Dak Prescott forgot. Well, Dak Prescott is he gonna see himself out. He will see himself out the door soon too. Um, they had a couple linemen out. Um, really couldn't get the run game going. But what was surprising is that the Cardinals was going up and down the field on this defense. Like, I think Michael Parsons, I think he might have got a sack, but
he did. He did get a sack.
they were doing whatever they wanted to. And let me say this: I think the Cardinals. I think we need to give the Cardinals a little bit more respect because with the game that has been played, is giving us perspective. They were leading, they were beating us going into the fourth quarter in that first game. They were kicking the Giants' ass in the second game, and they kicked the Cowboys. They destroying the NFC East. Is what they're doing. They were basically destroying the NFC East. Like whoever did the schedule does not like the Cardinals because they had three back-to-back NFC East opponents, and they were winning in all of those games. Like all of those games, and the third one they actually held on to win. The Cardinals are not as bad. Like they're still a bottom tier team, but they're not the worst team in the league.
They
As
play
long
hard.
as they play really really hard. And shout out to Gannon for getting his first win and getting that defense. That defense is playing really hard. They're flying around making plays. And my heavens, Josh Dobbs. If you check his stats, Byron, I believe he's throwing like 70% or something. He's doing something while completing 70 some percent of his passes or something of the sort. Um, which was, I mean, Josh Dobbs been on how many teams?
I think just two or three. I know he started
And
off the Steelers.
that's right. And but
Hmm.
zero wins until it's always going to be the Cowboys, man. I tell you, that's not a bad first one. I tell you. But Cardinals are not as bad as we thought, or at least let me say not as bad as I thought. But the Cowboys, they cowboying a little bit early.
Go ahead real quick, Raj. I know you can't wait to get to Arizona in a few weeks.
Yeah, I can't wait to go see what their stadium looks like. I know Rashawn was out there yesterday.
I did see Rashawn, by the way. I saw he had a good time.
Yeah, he did have a good time, but the result in it was not very well for
I'm
him.
talking
But
about after the game.
yes, after again, yes, he's about to cry. But um, I mean, the Cowboys are who we thought they were, man. Dak Prescott is the same quarterback he's been these past couple years. He throws a lot of empty calorie numbers. He doesn't really do anything clutch wise. He's another version of Tony Romo. I mean, this is just who he is at this point. Overrated. Offense is overrated. Running game is overrated. The defense carries them. Trayvon Diggs is a big loss, like I said in yesterday's post game show, and it's going to show. I mean, they laid a huge egg yesterday. They were supposed to get the job done, but it's like always and every year, the one person that's going to let them down the most is going to be their quarterback, Dak Prescott, and I don't see this being anything different.
Dre, real quick, we touched on the Bears. If you want to touch on them and about the Cowboys.
I don't know who's worse, the Bears or the Broncos. Um, I mean, both teams are vibing for that number one pick. Honestly, at this point, we thought Sean Payton coming in would be a huge difference, but he up there talking about Nathaniel Hackett. But damn, man, you ain't doing no better of a job. I mean, Nathaniel ain't even get a 70 burger on him. Like, God damn. Um, it. Yeah, I think there was a meme that was out that said it was so bad that Mike McDaniel's was in the in the stands asking people what plays they wanted to be called.
Yeah, what you
Like,
want to run, yo? What you want to run, yo?
I just that's utterly ridiculous. Like, I mean, I know that they have the fastest people on the team, but that that that's ridiculous. And then the Bears, um, I mean, the Broncos is one thing, but the Bears, I mean, they bad on offense, defense, and special teams. Um, at least the Bears, used to have the defense to rely on, but goddamn, the defense just looked like they just gave up already. Justin Fields looked like he's overwhelmed with BS, and then the special teams is just non-existent.
Well, you're muted.
Yo,
Still
Drake,
muted.
yo, Drake, we can't hear you, bro.
Well, while he's figuring that out, let's talk about that. Let's talk about
The
that
ass
70
whooping.
burger
All right,
that he was
well,
alluding to real quick.
yes.
Let's share something else, Byron.
Yes. 70 to 20. Yep, 70 to 20. I mean, who you want to go first, Rod? 70
Yeah,
to 20.
I'm gonna make this short and quick. This is the most embarrassing loss I've ever seen in my entire life. I've never seen anybody put up 70 points in an NFL game. Maybe in college you might see that. Maybe in
You were
college
alive. You were alive when they did the
but this
like.
fool was
Yes.
actually in the stands asking fans what play should I run next because they was up by like 50 plus points at one point in this game. It's just utterly ridiculous, man. As a head coach, Sean Payton ought to be ashamed of himself. He talked a lot of trash in the offseason, calling out people, calling out Robert Saleh for the Jets because he had Nathaniel Hackett on his squad. Um, it's just a bunch of nonsense, man. It really is, man. And as a Broncos fan, well, I'm not a Broncos fan, but if I was one, I'd be extremely disgusted with this team. But but there's another thing that I want to say, man. I think that Russell Wilson is done. And I hate to say that, but and I don't know if brother gets a lot of slack because of the Sierra coverage and him simping to her every now and again throughout the media and throughout all celebrity stuff that goes on. But this brother's a champion, man. He's a champion with the Seattle Seahawks back in the day. Led them to 2 Super Bowls. And for him to leave that squad and to come over to Denver has been an utter nightmare for him. and he's never been right since he left Seattle. I don't think he ever will be right. I think that his career is over with. Honestly, if anything, he'll be a backup if he wants to stay in the NFL. But I think this is his last year as an NFL starter. I just don't think he has it anymore. I really don't. And I know we love to see Russell Cook or whatever back in Seattle, or the Let's Ride in Denver that he does every now and again. But he's about to ride himself into that bench. So this is it. Denver is done. They're completely they're just completely finished at this point. You can stick a fork in them, they're done. And so is Russell's starting career as a quarterback.
Hey, Russ has actually been pretty okay. Now
I don't want to hear that shit.
He's not cooking, but his
He's
numbers, when
done.
you look at him, no, Russ
He's
isn't
done.
bad out there.
He is done, Dre.
No, that team is done.
No,
and they've made Sean Payton, and Sean Payton made it about himself. But no, that team is not. I don't think they're done. I think they just.
I think
they
he's
just got to
done.
get it together.
He's done as a quarterback. Done. As well done.
There's a lot of millions of dollars.
If you take a bite out of that meat, it's tough. Is what I'm trying to say. That's it.
There's millions on the line that says he ain't done yet. So
okay, well that's where they're gonna ride to. They're gonna ride right to the first 5 picks of the NFL draft is where they're gonna ride to. That's right.
Not the first 5.
That's right.
First 5.
So wait, hold on. So okay, so Russell Wilson is clearly not who he used to be. I think that's pretty clear. We thought Sean Payton was going to come in and help, but I think Sean Payton overplayed his hand. Sean, I don't know if you guys have ever seen sat and watched the World Series of Poker, but there's a lot of trash talking going on at that table, and people with the stone cold face and be flopping, yo. And Sean Payton is one of those guys who overplayed his hand. He bet a little too much, and his money's already in the pot, and he lost it. He's losing it.
He lost it. You're right.
I think, yeah. I mean, well, once you put it in the pot, that's it. You know what I'm saying? I maybe he was thinking, hey, maybe Russ is the only problem here, but you come in with your own problems.
Mm-hmm.
Why are you talking so much, bro? Why? Especially, it's not that many goddamn head coaches. It's only 32 of them. In any year, it's only 32 of them. It's a very small number. It's a fraternity. You're not supposed to be talking about your fellow brother. I don't care how bad he did. You don't talk bad about him in front of the people, and then talk bad about an organization in front of the people. And then you got the nerve to come up in here and put up these donuts after 3 weeks, and being in the third week, you giving up 70 points. You looking real bad, Sean Payton. You looking like you should have stayed retired. You bit off a little more than you can chew. Going to the mouth.
Don't worry, he'll be back at Fox soon.
He probably already made the phone call.
He should.
Look, anytime Urban Meyer could get his job back, Peyton going to be able to get his job back, no problems.
All right, guys, let's get to our game ball, not so game ball, and get to these picks and goofies.
You sure we just didn't give our not so game?
Yeah, I mean, it's probably not much there. Go ahead, Raj, real quick. Game ball, not so game ball. Players and standouts and duds of the week.
Wow.
So many.
Well, my game ball goes to Justin Herbert, man. Justin Herbert had a hell of a game for the Chargers. Granted, their coach tried to get them to lose again, but
try.
like I was mad.
I picked the Chargers, didn't I? I picked the Chargers, and I
think
wanted
you
them
did.
to lose. I wanted them to lose so bad, bro. When he threw that pick, I said, "Damn it!"
I know. But Justin Herbert did his thing, though. Regardless of the head coach, he did his thing. So shout out to him. He gets my game ball. Much needed win for the Chargers as well. My not so game ball has to go to the. I mean, the Denver is just too easy, but I'm not picking them. My not so game ball has to go to the Baltimore Ravens, man. That offense, man. My God, man. I knew it was gonna be a work in progress, but Lord, after that first drive, like I said in the beginning of the show, I don't know what to expect from them at this point. I really don't. Todd has a lot of explaining to do during the week. We shall see what happens, but they were awful against them damn Colts, Mark. Awful. And you know what?
Mark,
Yeah, you know what?
were
Matt
you
Gay
feeling
could get the
gay?
game ball as
Mark,
well
were you feeling gay after the win? You were
it's-
feeling gay after the win?
because his gay ass was hitting those damn balls left and right. But either way, man. Yeah, my Nassau game ball has to go to that Ravens offense, man. They were awful. They were really awful.
Mark, you feeling like
Do
this,
you
brother?
want to know what makes Daddy Magic's nipples hard?
My nipples were not hard at that game. Not at all.
Even in the cold?
Not after that. No, they weren't. I was pissed, angry. If anything, my nipples were hot. They weren't. They weren't hard.
Turn
They
it
were hot.
off! Turn it off!
Dre, go ahead, brother.
How do you have me follow that, man? Like,
I know it's hard to follow greatness, man. It's hard to follow greatness.
ain't no damn greatness.
Yes. Yeah.
It was hot, yo.
I should make Cravante go next. I'm a do a Cravante. I'm gonna start low and high. My not so game ball. This is another easy one too, though. The Jets. Like, I just don't. They're stuck. Like, you can see that this team was already pissed with Zach Wilson last year, but like this is a continuation that's like at least it was like towards the end of the year when they were getting pissed with him. This this year, I mean, this thing look like it's going to boil over like next game if he throws one more pick. Like if he throws, I just don't understand that. Like this dude fell. Like it looked like he was doing like some like spin move and end up tripping over his own feet. Like I'm like, bro, nobody sacked you enough. You just fell. You got Joe Namath calling him out, talking about we've seen enough of him. I mean, it's sad, y'all. Like, and everybody keeps.
It's not sad. It's not sad at all.
It's very sad.
No, it's not. And the reason why it's not sad is because the way that this offseason went with Aaron Rodgers parading around like a goofball. You know, oh my God, he's doing this, that, and the third. Oh, he's at the Knicks game. Oh, he's at this place. Oh, he's carrying the flag for the first game of the season. He's a Patriot now. No.
It's
No.
sad, and you know the Jets are the definition of do not put all your eggs into one basket, and that's just a life lesson for everything. Do not put all your eggs into one basket, because as you can see, they put all their eggs into one basket, and they got a big they went bankrupt, y'all.
They're the New York Jets. They get what they deserve. L.
Yeah. So that's my not so game ball, and my game ball actually goes to the Detroit Lions because they hosted the NFL's first women in football game dedicated to celebrating women in the sport, and they gave away money as well to these women. So shout out to the Detroit Lions for that.
Oh, how sweet.
Start low and high with Cravante, baby. Unfortunately, we didn't make any money this weekend, Cravante. Or at least I did.
Nah, man, and I really like that bet too, man. I couldn't help myself but to take it. Let's see. God, it's so.
Oh, speaking of bet, you lucky.
What's
For
that?
Saturday,
Saturday, you were lucky. I just want you to know that.
Hey baby, hey baby.
You know what I'm talking about? That Ohio
Hey,
State game.
The
I know.
Ohio State.
Oh, okay. I was like, you was acting
You gonna
brand new
say
on
it?
me
You
for a
say it
second.
right. You
No,
put some respect on the Ohio State's name. It's the Ohio State.
The Ohio State. You right. You right. I always usually say that the Ohio State, but no, I mean hell of a game Saturday, but I just like damn.
listen,
That's all you
baby.
get to say was damn.
You've been on a little slick streak with the game.
Hey, look, and I know you were scared, man. I know you were scared because you hit the group. Was like, woo. You...
I was a little bit. I was like, we gonna get it down here. But anyway, got the win, and it was great opponent. Notre Dame's really good, but
yeah.
Great game. God, I mean, it's so much to choose from. And I was gonna say, the Commanders, but it was so much other stuff that was going on. I'm gonna go with, gosh, the Cowboys was such a disappointment. I can't not, because you couldn't say nothing to Cowboys fans or the Cowboys through the first 2 weeks of the NFL season. You couldn't say nothing. They were 12.5-point favorites going into the Arizona Cardinals game, and they got their butts handed to them. Man, they definitely not so game ball. Definitely not so game ball. Now my game ball. Jeez, man. I'm gonna be obvious with this one. The goddamn Miami Dolphins.
Good one.
Is Tua not the front runner for MVP right now?
Yes, yes, he is.
Like, he's got to be. Like, he's throwing 300 yards like it's going out of style. Like, he getting this thing every game, yo. The Dolphins offense as a whole is very, very explosive, whether it's Tyreek Hill or their no-name running back. Like, it does not matter. They are finding a way. Shout out to Mike McDaniels coming off the Kyle Shanahan tree, and just giving folks problems on the defensive side, because they're bringing the offensive firepower. And my heavens, and Tua took a lot of took a lot this offseason. It's probably also folks was talking trash. Folks were saying, he had that small beef with him and RC Ryan Clark. For those of y'all that don't know, folks were just talking trash about Mike McDaniels and all that, and they are just shutting everybody up. They went from a borderline playoff team to probably have a good shot at winning the division. So, shout out to the Dolphins offense.
Ooh, let us know your game ball and not so game ball down below in the comments section. Dre, you got the recap of picks for last week? I know we did some college games as well the first couple weeks, but you got the standings and picks records?
Put that Ohio State one on there.
No, I don't have the full number of picks this week, gentlemen.
No worries, brother. I know you're working hard, man. We'll get that with the college games. This week, no really college games to pick, so we'll just go straight NFL. Guys, Thursday night, Lions Packers from Lambeau. You guessed it.
Ooh, that's a tough one.
Ooh, yeah.
I'm gonna go with the home team. I'm going with the Packers.
You can give me the Packers, Dre. Yeah, give me the Packers.
Shoot.
I'm feeling the love right now. Still, I know it's gonna be a high scoring game too, so I'm really gonna feel that love.
Oh no, for sure, definitely high scoring game. All right, yeah, I go. Damn, I want to go with the Lions so bad, but I like the Packers at home.
Well, I'm gonna be the Lone Ranger then. I'm gonna say Detroit does it.
Wouldn't be surprised. Detroit ended the Green Bay Packers season last year in Lambeau, so look to do it again. Dan Campbell and the crew. Falcons Jaguars from London, first London game of the year on ESPN Plus, which means I will not be watching
it. Jacksonville. They just do something in London. When they get to London, they show out. So.
That's home.
Who they playing again?
Falcons.
Oh, yeah, I'm playing. Yeah, Jacksonville's gonna win.
That's home to them Jaguars.
Yeah,
Hey,
yeah,
look at Mark's comment. Look at Mark's comment.
yeah. Give me the Jaguars.
No,
Hell
Mark.
no.
No.
Hell
USC,
no.
no.
After what I just seen with them against Oregon.
No.
Okay, Mark. Not this week. That's what I'll say. Not this week.
You know what though? Honestly speaking, this would be the game where I could see them. It's going to be closer than what I think what that Oregon game was though.
It might be a gunfight.
21.5 is the spread, by the way. 21.5 as of right now. 21.5.
USC's defense
Oregon got grown folk on their line. That's what it is.
21.5 point spread, and don't forget USC has to go to Oregon later this season, so that'll be a big game.
Take the over right now.
Yes. So are we going? I guess we're all going Jaguars.
Yeah, everybody going Jaguars.
Yes.
Dolphins, Bills, probably the game of the week. This should be on Sunday night, 1:00.
That's why I said flex this out, man.
Oh my gosh, that's a waste.
Give me the Bills, by the way. Give me the Bills.
You got the Bills?
Yeah, I think the Dolphins lose that first game. They're going to lose eventually, and when you score 70, there's nowhere to go but down. Just saying.
I think this is the time for a letdown.
No, I'm going with the Dolphins.
I'm going.
All right.
Is that Miami, right?
Yeah, no, it's in Buffalo.
It's in Buffalo.
Oh, never mind. Okay, change that. I'm going Buffalo. Never mind.
Boo. So again, I'm gonna be the Lone Ranger. I think that I think Miami continues. I just don't trust Josh Allen.
I don't either, but it is in Buffalo, so
It don't matter. Josh Allen, it don't matter if it's home or away. This dude just you just never know.
it matters.
May get
matters.
Miller back this week. We'll see though. He may be back this week. Not sure yet.
I see Byron
Miller.
got that. He got that Buffalo blue on though. That do rag, man.
Yeah, Von Miller Cravante may be back this week. Not sure yet though. He's working his way back. The defense did look good this week. Broncos, Bears.
Oh, battle of the number 1 draft pick.
I'm going with the Broncos.
I
I'm
can't.
going with Denver.
Even though I just slid Russell, I think they win that game. I can't pick the Bears.
If the Broncos can win this, I don't know what to tell you. Give me the Broncos.
I'll take the Broncos as well. If they don't win this game, take them off the schedule.
You know what, everybody? That's right.
I don't want to ride.
Steelers, Texans.
I definitely don't want to ride. A tie going to pop something.
Is it in Pittsburgh?
It's in Houston.
No, it's in Houston. H-Town?
You said
Steelers, Texans.
Tough game. That's a tough game.
So I just think C.A. Stroud, rookie quarterback. I think Mike Tomlin going to scheme it up for him. I think the Steelers win, but it's not going to be. It's going to be close.
Yeah, I got the Steelers too. Sadly.
You know what, Dre? I don't know if you're going to ride with me to H-Town, brother. But I'm going with the Texans, man. I like what they're doing, man. I like C.J. Stroud. You know what? C.J. Stroud is better than Kenny Pickett right now. I'm happily can say that.
Man, and that's only because of the offensive coordinator. They need a new offensive coordinator.
But the question is, are Houston packing a Watt on their team?
That's sad. With legit Pittsburgh's only real problem right now. I mean, every team has holes, but Pittsburgh's team they just too loyal to their offensive coordinator. If they get rid of their offensive coordinator and bring somebody in there that's fresh, because Penny Kinkett is degress instead of progress, then I think that they can really make some noise for real. But until then, I'm gonna go with everybody though. I think Pittsburgh pulls this out.
That's my upset pick of the week. I may sprinkle a couple dollars on the Texans to cover that 3 points.
Yeah, they have a Watt. That's all I can say.
Vikings, Panthers, 0-3 teams. Two more winless teams.
Say it again. Who?
Vikings, Panthers.
Vikings get their first one.
Yeah, I'll say the Vikings too.
Vikings. Rams, Colts.
Ooh, going.
Wait a minute. Put that. You said Rams, Colts.
Yes, sir.
Put that back up there. What my boy said earlier.
Mark.
Mark. Yeah.
Which one? He said
the Rams.
The Rams.
Oh,
There you go.
There
That's
you
what
go,
I'm gonna roll with.
That's what you want, Dre?
There you go.
Right there. I'm rolling. I'm gonna roll with. I'm gonna roll with the Colts. I think Anthony Richardson will be back this game.
Yeah, give me the Colts. I like what I saw from them defensively. They got the leading tackler in the league.
Yeah.
Where's it?
It's in Indy.
It's in Indy.
I'll take the Colts as well.
Buccaneers Saints. No Derek Carr.
Damn. I can't believe I'm saying this, but I'll take the Bucks.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we don't know about Derek Carr, so
Yeah, I'm going with. I'll take the Bucks too, even though they look terrible today.
Give me the Saints. Give me the Saints. Give me the Saints. Alvin Kamara is back this week.
That's right. I forgot he is back.
Give me the Saints.
So is Derek Carr out?
Yeah, he's out.
Oh, okay.
Give me the Saints.
I'll still take the Bucks.
I mean, Jameis and Baker are basically the same quarterback. Yeah, and the Saints defense is
It's
pretty good.
a battle of who wants Jameis Winston least. Who wants?
Bengals, Titans. Give me the Bengals.
Come on, man.
Yeah, I'll take the Bengals as well. They're back.
I think everybody going with the
The
Titans
Bengals.
are bad too. The Titans are pretty bad too.
Raiders, Chargers. I think we're all going Chargers. Would you say, Raj? Go Chargers, go.
Yeah, Chargers. Yeah, I can't pick the Raiders. I can't.
Patriots, Cowboys. Oh gosh, give me the Cowboys. I guess.
Take the
Just give me
Cowboys.
I think everybody gonna roll with the Cowboys in a bounce back.
Cardinals, 49ers. I think we all gonna roll with the 49ers.
But it's gonna be
Yes.
a low scoring game though. I'll tell you that much. Dallas ain't about to put up a whole lot of points.
49ers I'm rolling with, but to be honest with you, I wouldn't be surprised if the Cardinals won.
This is a 14-point spread, Cravante. I might put a couple dollars on the Cardinals to cover.
Yeah, that I don't like double-digit point spreads, bro.
Chiefs, Jets is Sunday night.
That's I already know.
Dude, you already know my answer is the Chiefs.
Seahawks, Giants on Monday night.
Seahawks.
Ew. Seahawks, I guess.
Yeah, I guess give me the Seahawks. I want to pick the Giants, but give me the Seahawks. No Saquon. Right, no Saquon. Commanders, Eagles, Cravante.
Eagles.
I'll take the Eagles.
Eagles as well, and Ravens, Browns. You can give me the Browns just right now. I don't know who's playing for the Ravens.
It don't matter. I don't give a damn who's playing. I'm taking the Browns. I don't care. It don't matter.
I don't know who's playing. I think
I'm
we're
taking
playing.
The Browns.
We might be
taking the Browns too,
The
Cravante?
Browns. I'm not taking the Ravens.
Dre
They
about
gotta
to pick the
earn it.
Ravens. Dre
They
about to
gotta
pick the
earn
Ravens.
it back from me.
Yeah, I'm picking the Ravens. I'm picking the hometown.
I would not be surprised if the Ravens won though.
I
They
won't
got to
be
win
either.
one of these next two games though.
I think this
Or at
is
least
a must win.
I think out of the
I
next
think these
three,
next couple are must wins.
yeah, I think the next three they got to go 2-1. At least
Who's
2-2.
playing? The question
In
is
the
who's
next
playing.
I don't know. That's why I said this week.
Exactly.
I don't know. The week after, maybe in Pittsburgh, they can win.
Exactly. I don't know who's playing this week. I don't see none of our outside linebackers playing. You don't have anybody out there to play. Kyle Hamilton gonna be blitzing again the whole game.
All right, that wraps up our week 4 picks. Cravante, you ready to get goofy and get out of here?
Let's do it, man.
Let's bring them in. It's time for Cravante's Goofies of the Week.
Of course. Something wrong here.
Goofy,
Well, now that's goofy.
always on time. My brother Goofy's always on time. All right. What's good, good people? Welcome to Goofies of the Week, sponsored by the Flex Zone. Appreciate you guys for giving me a little bit of time. Let me tell the good people I thought was goofy this week. My gosh, in the NFL, it was so much to choose from. But well, first things first. Let me jump into the levels of goofy. We have this is Jet Green. I can't say it's Quacker Green. It's Jet Green. Low level, goofy, funny, haha. Usually it stays there. It's just funny. We laugh, we dust our hands off, and we keep moving in the hopes that it does not turn into anything higher in goofy, except for Cardinals in red, which is the highest level of goofiness. This is when we've gone too far. We have to talk, we have to congregate, we have to figure out why this particular goofy incident is so goofy. It's to the point where it's not even funny no more. Except for when the Cowboys lose. That's always funny. But do things a little bit differently. This week, for the sake of time, I have quite a few goofies, but I'm gonna try to bunch them all in together, and they're all Cardinals send red. But yeah, damn, should I even say that? Because the Cardinals actually beat the Dallas Cowboys. So moving forward, all the next goofies are all high level goofies. So just think high level goofy, Cardinals send red, even though the Cowboys, who was arguably the number one overall team, lowest two. It was either 49ers or the Cowboys. Those are the best two teams after 2 weeks of football to lose to the Arizona Cardinals, who what everybody thought at the beginning of the year was in the Caleb Williams sweepstakes. And not that they just beat them, they dominated them from the beginning to the end. And I love seeing the Cowboys lose. They're a bit early this year. In week 3, usually the rails start fall off around week 13, 14, 15, around somewhere in there, or towards the very, very end of the season. And the Cowboys got dominated, and it was a great, 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 great scene. Michael Parsons talking all that trash. Oh, I got a poster of Josh Dobbs, and I'm throwing darts at it and all this stuff. You got beat. You got beat bad. They ran down the Cowboys' throats. I guess they forgot about the running game and the pass game. Like the running game is an aspect of football, and they totally used it. The Cardinals ran all over the Dallas Cowboys, and Dallas couldn't do nothing about it. So that's one. Two. The the massacre in Miami. The Miami massacre. Um, the Miami Dolphins beat the Denver Broncos 70-20. The Dolphins again dropped 70 points and did not kick not near field goal. They scored 10 touchdowns. 10. Yes, on Sean Payton, Russell Wilson, and that dumpster fire that we call the Denver Broncos. And the goofy person here of all is Sean Payton. Sean Payton was talking hot, all that hot, hot trash. Talking all that hot trash. Talking about uh, Nathaniel Hackett. Talking about Robert Saleh. Talking about the New York Jets. Just saying like, oh, it was a terrible coaching job. And he can't believe this. He can't believe that. And you got the nerve to go up in there after saying all that trash in the offseason. Try to walk his comments back, but you said what you said. All that for you to start off 0-3, and your third loss, you give up 70 points, which has only been 70 points only been scored, I want to say 4 times in the history of football, in the history of
Yes, and they were 3 points away from breaking the record. 3 points away from breaking the record.
right. 70 points. It's only been eclipsed 4 times, and you guys are on the wrong side of history. Now, well, I guess this one, I think this one could probably go either way, being a high level goofy or a low level goofy because he won. But Brandon Staley, I know he won. I know the Chargers won, and they were really close to losing. And trust me, Brandon Staley tried his best to deliver another L for the Los Angeles Chargers. And somehow, someway, Kirk Cousins and TJ Hawkinson bailed him out. I know he won. But Brandon Staley, there's no way you make it through this year. There's no way you make it past this year. You may not even make it to Black Monday, brother, because you are just terrible one play caller, terrible clock management, and you are literally wasting the best years of Justin Herbert. Well, you already paid him now, so you already wasted those years. But now your roster is about to flip because you have the most expensive defense in the league, and you just paid Justin Herbert. So you know what that means? That means a lot of your cap is tied up in Herbert, which means a lot of those defensive players are going to have to restructure or leave. And unfortunately, you had all the big names. You had Derwin James, you had Asante Samuel Jr., J.C. Jackson, Khalil Mack, Joey Bosa, all these guys, and your defense looks terrible. And they almost gave it up in the end, but you're lucky you got away scot free this time. Because if you were 0-3, he might have got fired before the Raiders game. I'm just saying. And that would have been a great sight, but unfortunately the Vikings go to 0-3. So yes, just a little quick rapid fire with all of my goofies tied up into one. We have Brandon Staley, his terrible coaching job that we've been seeing for entirely too long. We're going to year 3. What is it? 3 years? I think
third year. That's
we're
third year.
going on 3 years of terrible coaching. Sean Payton, going on year 16. I think he was the coach for the Saints for 15 years. Was it 15 years? But his 16th year with a different team is terrible. Russell Wilson is not the only problem there. It's you. And last but not least, it's the Dallas Cowboys, who are cowboying a little bit above schedule. And somehow, some way, they never disappoint. Never disappoint because they're going to cowboy. Now, listen, now that they cowboy so early, that means they're going to cowboy some more, and they're going to cowboy harder later in the season. And I can't wait to see it. I cannot wait to see it. So, yes, Brandon Staley, Sean Payton, and the Dallas Cowboys all are high-level goofies, just Cardinals and red. Y'all know my line. There's a thin line between goofy and great. And all of those good people, all those not so good people, are on the wrong end of it. Gotta do.
Oh, gosh, something wrong here.
Well, now that's goofy.
You gotta do better.
Gotta do better.
Oh man, that is all we have, right? Everybody, anything else before we get ready to get out of here?
Well, stay tuned for that AEW Dynamite show on Wednesday. Your boy might be doing a show with Justin Purnell on Thursday. So I might be on his podcast recapping some of this Ravens talk that we saw together this past Sunday. So if I do link it to the channel, stay tuned for that. But we got pay-per-view this weekend, I believe, too. Wrestle Dream, I think, is this weekend.
Yeah,
Wrestle Dream is this weekend and Fastlane next week.
Yeah, I'm planning out the schedule in my head, but continue, Raj. Go ahead.
Yes, Wrestle Dream is this weekend. Of course, more Orioles coverage. Ravens preview is coming as well because we got the Cleveland Browns. So stay tuned for that post-game show with the Ravens. It's a lot of things coming, man. Just hit that like, hit that subscribe button. We got a little bit for everybody, including that person that wanted the Monday Night Raw. We even got some more wrestling coverage for you too, sir. So just stay tuned.
Dre, anything before we get out of here?
I think next week we're supposed to have a special guest on deck. So stay tuned, y'all. Stay tuned.
Yes, we will keep you guys posted on all of that good fun stuff. Yes, Flex on episode 409 in the books. Wednesday, AEW Dynamite Go Home show for Wrestle Dream. Maybe have a Orioles post game show, but look for the shorts as they're 3 games away from clinching the AL East. Like I said, Wrestle Dream on Sunday, but first we got the Ravens post game show. So double duty on Sunday. But make sure you guys hit the subscribe button, hit the like button, hit the bell. We break down the Ravens games and all the other games as well. If you want to donate to the cause, Cash App, the Flex on One. And of course, we're here each and every Monday for the flagship podcast, breaking down the week that was in the NFL. Executive producer, Andre Melton. Senior producer, Kavante Harris. Social media producer, the Meat Man Raj himself. Associate producer, yours truly, God's favorite host, the Flex on One at gmail.com. You want to be a part of the show, guest ideas. And of course, Twitter, Instagram, the Flex on One, and TikTok, the Flex on Podcast. Only place, fellas, give me sports how you want it.
When you need it.
Throw your ones up, acknowledge us. A lot of content coming this week. It'll be a busy week. And as Dre mentioned, Fastlane next week as well, and the start of Orioles playoff baseball. So we'll have all of that and so much more fun on the Flex On Podcast. And as always, tap in with us. We appreciate you. We're nothing without your Flex On family. Thank you for everybody in the chat, all the comments, all the votes on the poll. Vote on the poll if you haven't on the way out. And of course, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, hit the bell to know when we're live. And of course, Raj might be live Thursday with Justin as well, with more content on the channel, talking Ravens and much more. So for Dre, Kavante, Raj, everybody in chat, God's favorite host, signing off, everybody. Have a good night. Thank you guys for staying up late with us. Peace. Flex On out.